to see you here today. Let's keep the energy going. Blessed be your name in the land that is plentiful, where your streams of abundance flow. Blessed be your name. Blessed be your name when I'm found in the desert place. Though I walk through the wilderness, blessed be your name. Every blessing you pour out, I turn into praise. When the darkness closes in, Lord, still I will say, blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. With the sun shining out on me, the world's all as it should be. Blessed be your name. Blessed be your name on the road marked with suffering, where there's pain in the offering. Blessed be your name. Every blessing you pour out, I turn back to praise. When the darkness closes in, Lord, still I will say, blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. Give and take away. My heart will choose to say, for blessed be your name. Give and take away. Give and take away. My heart will choose to say, Lord, blessed be your name. Blessed be your name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be your name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. All right, something like that. Sorry about that.
As I've told all the people I work with, it doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. That's the truth. That's right. Well, good morning, everybody. So good to see your faces here. And I am wanting to extend a special good morning to some friends that are visiting here. My sister Lori is back in town from Michigan. And then my bestest buddy from high school, we share a birthday together. We first started celebrating our birthdays together when we were 16, and Dale and his partner Scott are here. We're going to have a fun birthday week. Yay, yes. And we're grateful for all the people who are just discovering us, whether you're watching us through our YouTube or our Facebook live feed, or coming into this community to experience what we're like. We're glad that you're here with us, and we would love to connect with you. So you can either go online to centerofunity.org, to the Connect tab, and fill out some information, give us some feedback, and we'd love to also add you to our e-news that makes you aware of all the different activities we have going on in our community. Or you can fill out a little card if you're here in person and drop it in the offering basket towards the end of the service as your gift to us today. we have come together as a community and committed that our purpose here is to create the space, create the practices, create the understanding of truth so that lives can be transformed. And because it's not just about us, we want to give that back out into the world to take that transformation and make a positive difference out there. And in September, 40 plus of us gathered to get greater clarity on who it is that we've come here to be in terms of qualities of what we want to put out into the world, what we want to mirror as a practice when we're gathered together as a community. And then we also took a long look back on our history and began to understand that there's still a resonance of conflicts and unresolved issues and stuff that's happened that whether or not you were here at that time or not, it's part of our internal energy that seems to arise when we're back in that conflict mode. So we want to be awake to those. We want to understand that that's coming up not because somebody's wrong or bad or because this group is in disagreement with this group. It's coming up because it's a part of what is in this community to be healed. And so in order to keep that in our awareness, Gary Simmons, who guides this integral ministry practice, has asked us to look at it and speak about it every week for a period of time until it becomes ingrained in our own awareness and understanding when we're here collectively wanting to do greater things in our world. So the way we're going to do this, as he explained if you were here a couple weeks ago on his video, is we're going to identify and where things might show up for our particular community that might get in the way of being all who we've come here to be. And we'll start that by saying, please be compassionate with us when we are being, and then we'll name those qualities for we have come here to be, and we'll affirm those qualities. Does that make sense? Got it up? Hopefully, Mark's sitting in the back. Can you read those words? I'm like, we got to make them big so everybody can read them. All right, here we go. So we're going to speak it together. Please have compassion for us when we are being not enough, hurt, powerless, distrusting, blaming, and fearful. For we have, let's do the next one right away, Nick. Yeah, for this is who we have come here to be. Loving, unstoppable, empowered, integral, spirit-led, inclusive, and authentic. We'll just work with that. See if we can bring that into something that we can claim and know, not only as individuals but collectively. All right. Well, with that in mind, we're gonna give thanks, aren't we? We're gonna sing again.
Peace and
Good morning. I'm Madeline, and this is Elaine, and we are on your care team. If any of you would like us to pray with you after service, we'll be in the prayer room for about 15, 20 minutes. Today's daily word is appreciation. Appreciation keeps me in a state of gratitude.
It can be easy to take the blessings in my life for granted, for the gratitude I feel to be supplanted by the busyness and concerns of everyday life. But practicing appreciation is the best way to attract even more blessings and stay open to life and love. Appreciation and gratitude keep me in a state of awe and wonder, open to the beauty of the world, the kindness of other people, and the benevolence of God. With my heart and mind open to the world's wonders, I am simply magnetic. I draw to myself blessings, large and small. Synchronicities, serendipities, and all kinds of wonderful surprises come my way when I am appreciative. I live in ease and grace, aware of the presence of God, and grateful every day.
I will give thanks to the Lord with my whole heart. I will tell of all your wonderful deeds, from Psalms.
We have our healing prayer. I would just ask that as we open our hearts and minds to the healing presence that is in and through and available to each of us, we would keep Bob Snook, our pianist, in your hearts and minds. He's just having some healing challenges, and I'm grateful to Byron, who unexpectedly said yes this morning. And I would also ask that you keep the Holland family. As you notice, Jeff wasn't here this morning. They are continuing to have this months-long adventure with trying to mitigate mold. And it's been a very challenging time for them and their family. So thank you, Noelle, for saying yes to leading us in our music this morning. And we just hold these and all of the people that have asked for prayer in our own mind and heart, in the awareness, in the truth that despite all appearances, God is in the midst. That energy of love and of wisdom, of health and wholeness is already present. We just see each person stepping into it in greater and greater ways, and give thanks for the good that unfolds as a result. And so it is, and so we allow it to be. Amen. So just by a show of hands, or if you're watching online, you could put a little thumbs up in the comments section. How many of you have heard the phrase ho'oponopono? Wow, so yeah, quite a few in here. For those who may not be aware, ho'oponopono is an ancient Hawaiian practice for reconciliation and forgiveness. And it involves repeating a mantra of, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And by doing this mantra, you are seeking to acknowledge your own responsibility for the negative experiences and ultimately to promote healing and inner peace. The practice is rooted in the belief that individuals create their own reality. That's our third unity principle. It is by our own thoughts, our feelings, our own lenses of, what did we call it last week? I heard you saying it this morning. The weird and wonderfulness of the collective of who we are. That we create that, and by understanding and taking responsibilities for our own feelings and thoughts, that it begins to resolve those internal conflicts. And as we resolve our own internal conflicts, ultimately, it creates the space for those external conflicts to be resolved and ultimately achieve greater harmony. So this has been practiced for a long time, but there was, about 20 years ago, a man by the name of Dr. Hugh Len, he's a practicing psychologist, was introduced to this practice. And he decided that he would experiment working with this with his patients in a mental institution. All of them that he was the overseer of had been deemed criminally insane. And what he discovered is, over a period of time, all of them were healed and ultimately released. And when asked what he had done to have such a startling success rate, he shared that he took responsibility for everything that showed up on his path. He found it inside of himself. Everything that he had railed against and been upset or hurt by out there, he found it in himself and then went through this forgiveness process. And then he also spent time as he read each person's file, looked for that same pain that they had expressed and found it within himself and took responsibility for healing that. And then seeing that patient also being healed as a result. He was obviously very good at it, because a lot of people have practiced, and that seems to be sort of miraculous to be able to have that kind of effect on other people. And yet, if you truly believe and you put all of your intention and efforts into it, I think, as we have said, all things are possible. Forgiveness and compassion are an integral part of doing this shadow work we've been talking about. And when we can create this energy of forgiveness and compassion, it becomes the fuel for our own inner transformation. Several years ago, as I began working with this idea of shadows within us, I was introduced to the importance of connecting with my inner child. And honestly, up until that point, for probably the first 50 years of my adult life, I had never given the thought that I should be communicating with this inner child within me, that it had anything to do. Yes, I had a childhood, but that's long been gone. I've come to understand that this inner child is alive and well within me. And it has a lot more power over how I look at and believe and experience the things going on in my outer world. And I've also come to understand that I can step in now and be the parent to that little Linda in ways that perhaps my parents were not able to fulfill what that little girl needed. I now have the power to fill those needs that didn't get met as a young child. And together, that little Linda and I, we can begin to release those old beliefs that we may have took on when we were very young and when we didn't know any better, but now we can bring a new awareness, help that little child in some ways grow up into the truth and begin to integrate those things. I've also discovered that there is a teenage Linda in there, and she's a little bit more challenging to work with, I've found. She's a little bit more stubborn and not quite so willing to look at anything differently. As I was doing some research on Ho'oponopono, I came across something that moved my heart. And I want to move your hearts this morning. Because it's not enough just to think about this and to ponder your own inner child and what that might look like. It has to be experienced. And the way that it can be experienced in a place that becomes healing and not just revisiting and restirring up all those old emotions and reliving them again, but to really be able to see it and embrace it and have compassion for it and to ultimately forgive with an open heart is what begins this transformation process. So, we're going to watch a little video here this morning. You can, and this will be our meditation time. So you can either close your eyes if that's comfortable, that's typically how most people do, or this has some images on the screen. They don't change a lot, but there are some images there. And the words to what is being sung are also on the screen. So you can just watch it, or you can close your eyes and just see if you can't, through the words, connect with that inner child that is within you. However you do it, I just invite you to open your heart and be willing to allow whatever this experience is here to bring to you today to come forward. All right, Nick.
Oh, my little one, I see your pain. You've been waiting, calling my name. I left you alone, I walked away. I'm sorry, I'm here to stay. I'm sorry for the times you cried, for the love and care denied, for not holding you when you were small, for not listening when you called. Please forgive me, my sweet one, for all the hurt, for what I've done. I didn't know, I couldn't see how much you needed love from me. Forgive me now, I understand.
with me. And as you take that breath and let it go, bring your attention back to this time and space. I won't make you do it again, I promise. And if tears flow, that's part of the process. That's part of what we've been trying to hold back and not look at or ignore, and this is part of the healing process. Saying I'm sorry, and in the context of this, I'm sorry that you had to go through that. I'm sorry that you are hurting or in pain, is the very practice of compassion. And sometimes we can be very generous with others in extending that compassion. But we first must give it to ourselves, and especially to that young child. Letting that process simply mirror back into us what still needs to be healed is the most direct path to ultimately healing it. I've learned, as Jane Simmons in her book that we've been using as our guide for these last several weeks, entitled You Can't Sleep Through Your Awakening, writes, it's important to feel the compassion surrounding your younger self. Not just to think about it, but to feel it, to let him or her feel the love, the safety, the comfort, and the security that you, as an adult, can now provide. You have become the parent for your own inner child. And when that younger self feels safe, they will melt into your heart and integrate into your psyche. And you will feel, ultimately, a new sense of wholeness, because now there's not just parts of you, there is the wholeness alive within you. And for those of you who didn't have a chance to get a book, they've also gifted us some more workbooks. So if this is something you'd like to work and do this work on your own, we do have some books for sale, and you get a free workbook if you go buy one. So it's a great process to go and dive in if it feels like this is something that you're ready to explore in your own world. And as we do this inner healing, it makes the path to forgiving others a little easier. The more we can forgive ourselves, the greater the capacity we have to forgive others. And if you think that some actions or some people are simply unforgivable, ponder the demonstration that Jesus, the example he gave to us around forgiveness. With his last words, with his very last breaths, as he lay dying, nailed to a cross, he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. That same Christ DNA that fueled his ability to forgive lives in each of us. And so our work is to call upon our inner Christ when those voices that says they don't deserve to be forgiven. I can't, it's too hard. The pain and the hurt that they have caused is not something I can ever let go of. When those things block your efforts, remember that you have the capacity just as Jesus did. You were made from the same God DNA that Jesus was made from. And just be willing. Sometimes that's all we have to do, is just be willing. What's worked well for me in those situations where I find myself up against something that seems unforgivable, at least to my human mind, is to remind myself, and this is the ultimate, the ego, it's very self-centered, so I have to remind myself that I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for me. Forgiving doesn't let them off the hook. It doesn't even necessarily change or heal them. The prisoner that is really set free is me, is you.
hardest thing to give away, the last thing on your mind today, it always goes to those who don't deserve. It's the opposite of how you feel when the pain they cause is just too real. It takes everything you have just to say the word forgiveness. Forgiveness. It flies in the face of all your pride, moves away the mad inside. It's always anger's own worst enemy. Even when the jury and the judge say you got a right to hold a grudge, it's the whisper in your ear saying, set it free. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. Show me how to love the unlovable. Show me how to reach the unreachable. Help me now to do the impossible. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. Help me now to do the impossible. Forgiveness. Now clear the bitterness away, can even set a prisoner free. There is no end to what its power can do. So let it go and be amazed by what you see through eyes of grace. Prisoner that it really frees is you. Forgiveness. 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 Show me how to love the unlovable. Show me how to reach the unreachable. Help me now to do the impossible. Forgiveness, I wanna finally set it free. Show me how to see what your mercy sees. Help me now to give what you gave to me. Forgiveness.
Wonderful. One of these Sundays, we're just going to do music, the whole service. We'll just have lots of different songs that will have their own little messages to it. Well, it is our opportunity now to share of our financial good with this community. In just a few moments, the ushers are going to invite you to come up row by row. You can place your gift in one of the larger baskets, and then because we want to be in this flow of giving and receiving, you can pick up an affirmation in the smaller basket to bless you this week. And even if you give electronically or this is not your Sunday to share, you can come and be in that flow of giving and receiving. You can simply place your hand over the basket, add your energy to it, or there's little cards that say, I give online. You can add those into the basket too. We are grateful for all of the good that we receive in our ministry. We're celebrating, as Grant mentioned last week, that we are under $1,000 now to pay off our line of credit, knowing it's going to happen this month, and we're just grateful for all the good and the ways that it blesses us. So we take what we offer today into our hands and into our hearts and bless it together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, Father, Mother God. beautiful. Thank you, Byron. So this is our center update, where each week we give you just a little bit of information that you might not get through other communication channels. And first Sunday is the minister's report, so you get me again. Today I wanted to share something that a lot of people have been asking me about. A few days ago I heard from Chris, Mary Salerno's son, letting me know that he had received the official cause of death from the medical examiner. Many of you have asked me about it, so here's what I know. The official cause, and I'm going to screw this up, so bear with me, forgive me, is listed as hypertensive arteriosclerotic cardiovascular disease. It's a way of saying that it was either a heart attack or a stroke. That's the cause, that there was heart disease going on. Whichever it was, it seemed to have taken her out of her body instantly, which is exactly the way that she wanted to make her exit off of the planet. The other question that many of you have been asking me is how or when are we going to fill this administrative position? And at this time, I, along with Karen Sanders, who is our office assistant and has agreed to work a few more hours right now in supporting me getting things done, we are working around getting clarity for everything that Mary managed, and that will ultimately help us discern what will be included in this new position. You know, Mary was not just our administrator, she was an integral part of this community for several decades, at least 25 years. And so the lines get blurred sometimes after a while, because she was both the administrator, but she was also very involved within the community. And so we're taking this as an opportunity to look at what areas, for instance, like the care team. She was the leader of the care team, but that wasn't really part of her administrative role. So we're looking to see what can be guided by lay leaders, and I'm grateful for Norma and for Maddie stepping in to fill that space for the care team and leadership. So we'll likely take several months to get a little more clarity, and you know, if I'm being honest, I think that I would imagine many of you need some time just to continue to adjust to life without her physical presence. So just know I'll keep you posted over the next several months as we're ready to look into that. Finally, I just wanted to express my appreciation to so many people who have offered to help. And specifically, I asked for help last week, so I want to say thanks to Mark for getting in here and putting those tiles that had fallen down or were getting ready to fall down. Thank you. And I also extend my thanks to Stephen, who gave it a good college try with the glue that I had, and Jim for offering. So, you know, people are willing and stepping up to the plate to make it happen. And that's true in so many different aspects of our community. And it has really helped me to see that together, with each of us doing what we can, I am certain that this spiritual community will continue to thrive and to grow. So I express my gratitude to each one of you and the part that you play. That's truly what a community-led ministry is all about, is that each person steps in to do what they can, and together it all works. So thank you to all of you. And now we're going to do some announcements.
Here's what's coming up at Center of Unity. Want to discuss today's message in more detail? Then join us in person or online next Sunday at 9:30 a.m. for Adult Sunday School, where there's always an interactive and lively discussion. The Zoom ID is on the screen, or you can access it from our website or the COU app.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Giesman, and I'm so excited to be flying into the Dallas-Fort Worth area to do a special in-person screening of our award-winning documentary, Wolf's Message, at the Center of Unity in Grapevine. It's going to be Sunday, October 26th from 12:30 to 2:30. We'll start off viewing the film for an hour together. It's already won several awards at film festivals. And then I'll get up there and talk to all of you about the behind-the-scenes stories and how this film is not only just a documentary, but a catalyst to personal transformational change. Wolf's story about a young man who was struck and killed by lightning and left proof that we are souls, affects at a soul level. I've seen this at screenings all over the country, and I'm really looking forward to sharing it with you and seeing your reaction to this proof of the greater reality that we are part of. I hope you can join us.
Join Mark and Don Morris in the prayer room at 6 p.m. on the first Sundays of each month for centering prayer. This silent prayer is a type of Christian meditation where we will do 2 20-minute sits, then spend time in a meditative scripture reading. Visit contemplativeoutreach.org for more info. There are multiple ways you can make a donation to Center of Unity. You can drop your donation off at the church, mail it to our P.O. Box, visit our website, or use the COU or Venmo app. Your continued support is greatly appreciated.
All right, I guess it's time to bring those kids in. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
All right, good morning, everyone. Oh, Henry's ready. Okay, so in our preschool to kindergarten group, they learned about sacredness, and then our grade school kiddos studied or explored how diverse and how diverse they are. And then I'll let the older kiddos tell you what they have learned about.
We learned about. What? I don't remember.
You learned about how sacred everything is.
I learned about how sacred everything is. I don't know the you don't know what to do.
All right, Annie.
Today we talked about how you can be different and still belong, and so we did like a job interview of how you can be a child of God.
Today we learned about how multiple people working toward a common goal, you can accomplish everything. Whether that be finding a cure for some kind of deadly disease and solving all the world's problems, or trying to fit 5 growing boys into one chair. It always works.
It was a variation of musical chairs.
We made rocks that remind us to look through God's eyes.
So to remind them that they're rock stars.
So today we learned about cooperation and kind of working together to achieve a common goal.
All right, and then in 2 weeks, 2 weekends from now, then Kenny and I and 6 of our Uniteens will be over at Dallas at our Unitreat.
Great. That should be fun. Let's sing our peace song. Yeah, we'll invite you to stand.
Join hands.
Join hands.
With all as our
And so as we go into this week, seeking to see life through the eyes of God, through the compassion of God, the mercy of God, the love of God, and we go into this week knowing our prayer for protection, we'll do it as a call and response. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Together, wherever we are, God is, and all is well. All right. All right, you do the same. Yay! Yay! Go back here. How you doing? Doing good. Have ya? Wow, like really traveling. Wow. Well, my brother lives in Gainesville, and he and his wife are big Florida Gator fans, so